Friends, you are tuning in to another edition of A Quantum Leap Year, and I am Tim Lee. Thank you so much. Friends, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, visiting my high school. I visited one of my teachers, Ava Kloss, who is very inspirational, very sophisticated, still inspiring so many students here at Broughton. And it was just really, really good to reconnect with her and to see her facilitate a club slash organization that she advises, which is a combination of many of the clubs that I was a part of when I was here. So it was just good to see the students taking leadership roles and taking themselves seriously, the band practicing and all that stuff. It was just really, really, really inspirational. Friends, I want to talk quickly because I don't want to lose the sun, but today I want to talk about power. I want to talk about power. And I want to talk about what I've been going through as I am trying to resolve my relationship with it. One, Quantum Leap Year is about applying the truths that you have learned to your life so that you can move and grow from where you are to where you want to be. For me, I have had an abusive relationship with knowledge where I've tried to know things for knowledge's sake. But that, at the end of the day, is powerless. Knowledge, while they say knowledge is power, I don't necessarily agree anymore. Knowledge is power if you're trying to say you know more than the next man or woman. The real power is when you can apply the knowledge as a superpower and see the shifts that will happen in your life. So as I'm trying to do something simple like, man, I have this dry throat and there's this cough and my nose is like, I need healing. Let me see if I can heal myself. This is what was going on with me last night, okay? And when I was going through that little small process and re-listening to the video of I Am Perfect, right? If you haven't looked at it, look at it today. I felt that I was being manipulative, and that, and if I can go deeper, in some sick way, that I got this sickness because I deserved it. You see what I'm saying? And then for me to use my power is to do something other than what God has for me. Now, this may sound sick and twisted in some ways, but I wonder if there are people out there who can relate to what I'm saying. And so if it applies to something small and as easy as, like, let's say, healing yourself and speaking to your body with power and authority and knowing that you have the ability to be the Lord of this which you control, just the same way I'm doing all this with my hand right now, I'm controlling the same way that I am controlling my hand. Who's to say that I cannot control my cells, right? And so there is like this oh my God, am I doing too much kind of sense, and I have to resolve that idea about power in my brain so that I won't be afraid of it. What am I saying, friends? I'm saying that I think personally that I have been afraid of power. Even when it comes to authority, which is a form of power, it's like it's abused. You see what's going on politically in the world today and how the so-called president of the United States is abusing his authority, right? And so when you get authority, you don't want to be accused of abusing it, so you don't really use it, right? It's the same thing with influence, where if you can influence someone from over here to do something you want them to do, a part of you is like, is this manipulative, right? And so it's like everything that I think about when it relates to power is negative. What I want to do, and I don't know if I have the answers, is I want to rethink this notion of power so that it won't be negative and that it will be positive. And one of the ways that I've done that is I've looked back at the series of X-Men, which was my favorite cartoon in my childhood. And I watched the animated series, and I've been watching it on Amazon Prime, and I finished all 5 seasons. And what I'm taking and took from that is that everyone has a superpower, including you, including me. And when we want to do something, we've got to be unafraid to use it, even if it is originally in a negative way. What am I saying? I'm saying that we've got to realize just how powerful we are, and we are not going to realize that until we use our power, until we test. We have to do some trial and error. And we're getting to a space in the society, in the universe, in the world, in this age where our powers are going to start opening up more. And a lot of us, especially us Christians, are afraid of this stuff because it sounds like witchcraft, it sounds like devil work, it sounds like something other than prayer. Friends, Jesus gave his disciples power to heal, power to teach, power to perform miracles. We have access to that same power now, and we've got to use it. And we've got to use it to get our lives to where we want to be. Someone is using power to keep you unhappy at the job that you're at. You see what I'm saying? You are passively waiting around at your job because you are not using your power. Right? You are waiting for your parents, or waiting for your children, or waiting for your friends to do something, or to say something, or to apologize, or whatever it may be. That is not passivity, and waiting is not the game anymore. That's just where I am right now. This is what I'm getting. So as we are entering into this quantum leap year, let us get to a point where to know that we've got to use power. That is power of declaration, power of come on now, what am I saying? Power of getting your mind to a point where you can believe with confidence, power of the thought, right? Power of the spirit and knowledge of the spiritual world and what that really means, and how you can be some sort of bridge between both worlds, and being able to see something as above, right above, and bring it here down below, and to speak those things not as though they were, and then watch them manifest. If you bind it on earth, it will be bound in heaven. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I hope somebody, come on, somebody somewhere. Anyway, I don't want to stay with you all long. Let me do a small summary. We've got to resolve our relationship with power if it is negative, like me. I am not in any way superimposing my negativity of power on you, but if you have felt and if it has resonated with you, what I'm saying, this is something that we've got to resolve. Power is necessary. It is necessary. I'm not saying it is good or it is bad. I'm not saying it is going to be used good or it is used bad. It is necessary. And it is also necessary for us to do some trial and error, whether it is right or wrong, successful or unsuccessful. We've got to discover our power and use it for our own good. Friends, I think that's going to be it for me. You have been watching another edition of A Quantum Leap Year with me, Tim Lee. Thank you so much.